Tes oke. Huh.
Rain? Go, go, go! We gotta find some cover before we get soaked.
Burst forward. Oh, it's best to believe it's me! Kane! Come into being. Live. Watch out! Turning point.
Frozen. Crisp.
Feel this ancient power.
Frost.
Hand it over!
Huh?
Naik ya. Berarti udah. Dia harus diturunin resolusi. Ya, baik banget ya. Ini emang panas cuy. Sorry. Harus dibersihin.
Coming to be. Thunder. Element. Stay back.
Add as. Thank you for.
Tinggal satu lagi. Tuh banyak. Semua po.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Back in the Mondstadt library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
So we're supposed to find the seeds of the story, right? What do you think that means?
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But seriously, there's so many here. How are we supposed to know which ones we need?
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
Lisa! Oh, sorry about that.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but Paimon was just trying to help. Please don't be too hard on her.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other, so I suppose I can let it slide just this once. Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured, if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a look at this.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed anywhere in our catalog. Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished into thin air. And then, a while later, while he was browsing through other shelves, there they were again.
Seriously?
That particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after. According to the report, there are 3 of these books in total. I'll be relying on you to track them down, cuties.
Kinda looks like a poetry collection. But why is part of the title missing? Let's see what Lisa makes of it. Second strongest spell in existence. Do not show Klee. Wait, there's actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt library? That title's just gonna make people even more curious. Huh. There's definitely something fishy about this one. Let's hang on to this one for now. Could be one of the ones we're looking for. It's one of M's after all. An experiment log. Looks like part of the title's been erased. There's something seriously suspicious about this book. Oh, wait! Did Klee write this one? Should this even be here? We better show it to Lisa.
Well, did you manage to find them? This book definitely doesn't belong here.
Yeah, we could tell just from reading the title.
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted list and keep it sealed away.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even result in the creation of dangerous monsters. Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
Really? Definitely sounds like it shouldn't be here then.
Still, if that mage read this book too, it must have been written a lot earlier than I'd imagined. Well, did you manage to find them? Truly extraordinary, and certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave strict instructions about it.
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it. After Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise. Well, did you manage to find them? Yes, this is a restricted book, all right. It certainly isn't supposed to be here.
Huh. But it looks like a regular poetry collection. How did it end up being classified as a restricted book?
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that took place on Dragonspine, yes? 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt. A fierce battle with Dvalin ensued, but in the end, the evil dragon fell, and Dragonspine became its resting place.
You're talking about Durin. The Durin of Dragonspine.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends. But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to home. And since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all three just so happen to be forbidden texts. What kind of story requires reference material like that, I wonder?
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, Paimon thought you were just trying to scare us. Are you saying it actually exists?
Not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie?
Sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
Alright, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
Wait, look!
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at
Halo
last
Yuki.
the dragon
Sorry ya bro,
was slain.
streamingnya patah-patah ya.
Later, a witch with a love for stories
Iya.
told the tale of the evil dragon.
Saya jarang
For
main.
reasons she could not explain.
Saya nggak ada yang bisa ngejoki gue.
On its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's
Kalau gua
soul
tinggiin
was that of an innocent child. Right
Streamingnya jelek.
the moment of
Gak, ini
its
emang
death, it had no choice
ini emang
but
laptop
become
gua
a
panas.
vessel of calamity.
Kemarin kan masih tetap kayak
Couldn't
gini.
fathom the cruel fate
dibersih.
that lay before it.
Udah saatnya ini.
Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not
Man.
pleased with how this one ended.
Bukan gua yang
That
harus
won't
dibersih.
do, she thought.
Harus orang lain yang
I'll
bersih.
write you a better ending instead.
Gua nggak bisa lagi
And so she set off to do just that.
karena ada mur yang
Borrowing a little magic from her friend.
gua aja mereka bisa kan angkat.
With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking.
Pilih.
At last, she made her mind up. adorning the cradle with a wisp of woodland air.
Ala Kim.
Then she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Tiga semangat Hakim.
Whoa! We're actually inside the story.
Udah kamu ditimpu.
Must be Aunt
Udah
Alice's
kemarin.
magic.
Oh, udah ini.
Yeah.
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
Chapters ketiga lagi. Masih lama Hakim itu. Lo nggak usah mikirin chapters yang bintang 5 dulu.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere. Was that the same voice we heard just now? Yeah.
Udah 3 kan. Oh, bagus dong.
Why does it sound so familiar?
Baru 3 kan, naikin lagi tuh. Sesuai gua janjiin.
I've missed this.
Harus
Just like the stories
dinaikin
my
semua.
mother used to tell me.
Ini gitu. Yang lain lah, yang di PS tuh nah,
You mean
yang ngedemik gitu
she
lah.
used to tell you stories?
Itu yang penting itu dulu.
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story, what's next?
Jangan gitulah.
Wondered
Ngapain?
Yet all he could do.
Enggak, aku nggak nyaran. Ngapain sih kalian?
Of course.
Itu namanya nyiksa diri ya. Jangan ya.
Helping it along.
Anggap aja nggak ada karakter itu.
Little exploration could prove fruitful.
Bahkan kalaupun ada ya di trial itu ya, lu pakai aja nggak apa-apa. Tapi di awal-awal, di pertama kali nah,
I
itu
agree.
pakai itu. Lu pakai trialnya aja udah OP bro. Apalagi nggak usah nge-build aja tuh udah cukup.
This
Iya.
Yellow doll is meant to be the witch in the story, right? Wait a second.
Enggak, sebenarnya nggak perlu kamu. Takutnya nanti lu dapet sinian kan. Nah,
All the people we've seen that look like that turned
Itu
out
yang
to be
jadi masalah.
ninjas from the Hexen Circle. Do you
Cepat,
think the witch in
Opus.
this story is one of them too?
My mother had a hat just like this.
And the witch must be M.
sinian tuh sebenarnya nggak.
Really is about Durin,
Nih ya, aku mau bilang ke kalian ya. Dulu tuh pas lagi awal rilis ya, sinian tuh jadi diluk.
Whether the sprite
Jadi Forza diluk ya.
it had
Padahal
little on the story
kitnya
at
tuh
hand.
bukan tergantung diluk. Fokusnya fisikal.
For in that moment,
Disarankan
what
itu konstelasi
mattered
2.
most was not that she was a witch, but a mother waiting for
Dulu
her
tuh jadi
child
langganan
to have
timnya Razor ya. Jadi dulu dia itu setahu gua apa itu? Tim dia itu ya. Lupa lagi timnya.
Let's keep looking.
Intinya Sinian dengan Razor tuh jadi couple terbaik lah. Ada yang bisa nandingin. Cuman bro, power creep makin liar ya. Tapi bukan power creep kayak apa ya? Kayak dominan banget gitu. Cuma kalau untuk Razor dan Sinian tuh udah jadi kandidat lah. Cuman nggak separah HSR kata kamu tadi ya Kim. Nggak separah HSR lah.
The witch did a lot of
HSR
work
tuh
while she was
masih
waiting
masih
for
ngunggulin kata gua. HSR tuh salah. HSR tuh lebih parah. Bulan di power creep ketika sebulan udah terpower creep kan.
Just so happened, a dragon egg
Tapi kalau di
wasn't
Genshin
the
itu bertahap
only
ya.
thing she was incubating here.
Di 1.0 sampai 1.4 itu spiral habis berubah ya. Nah, kita ngelawan Geovisap itu. Nah, di situ Razor kena power creep itu. Karena
What else might a story
lawan
be born?
Lawannya tuh lawan kerucu-kerucu. Sinyan denger Rajar.
Oh,
Terus juga terakhir itu lawannya lawan Runegard ya. Runegard itu. Bagaimana? Tidak heran kan kalau jedak-jeduk saya kan apalagi pakai Rajar gitu.
this
Apalagi?
must be the dragon egg, right?
Nah itu aja sih.
Looks like it's gonna hatch any moment now.
Terusnya
So we've got
agak-agak gimana gitu.
a witch who loves stories.
Konten Genshin dulu tuh nggak sebanyak yang
Dragon we
kita
heard
kira.
about at the beginning. Yep.
Cuman tidak separah Genshin itu nggak separah juga gitu.
This is my
Kalau
story.
santai-santai gitu lu harus full star tapi powernya tuh
How is it
kriteria
moving
nggak
the story
separah
along?
sekarang.
It feels like
Kalau
all
sekarang kan
we
harus
hear right
90 ya.
now. Wait,
Dulu tuh 70, 80 udah cukup.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
oh,
Gimana cuma
right.
kurang tombol skill aja sih.
We're
Beneran.
at the point in the story where
Ya,
we're
betul
waiting
tuh.
for the baby dragon to hatch.
Cuman ya
That has to happen before the story can
ini
continue.
udah berubah ya. Kayaknya Genshin nggak kayak gitu sih.
With the flames at his command,
Iya, kurang
perhaps
skip
the
tombol
dragon
aja
youth
dia.
might be able to provide the egg
Tapi
with
nggak ada kabar
sufficient
mau
warmth.
nambahin skip tombol juga.
What? You want us to roast the dragon egg?
The silvery sprite's surprise
Ntar lagi,
betrayed her
slipper
lack
paling.
of reading. For
Akan
in
main
countless
Enfield. Oh iya,
tales, it is
akan main.
told that
Aku kayaknya
only
nggak
by
main itu game.
fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch
Itu game
safely.
cukup berat laptopku jadi gamenya gua nggak ada.
You
Butuh spek gahar kan dia.
have a point there.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Harus beli PC lagi itu. Lo aja aku udah mampus.
Stay back! Get back! Stay away from me!
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth, though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly. Still, such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing. At last,
Oke, Unreal Engine di atasmu.
expectant gaze,
Unreal Engine 5 tetap 5, Unreal Engine 5.
from its shell.
Cuma kualitasnya kan nambah bagus kan. Cuman yang menjadi masalah tuh optimalisasinya di smartphone tuh kuat nggak, nah gitu loh.
I brought you into being because I willed it so.
Sadar diri aja sih kalau di Genshin aja kewalahan gitu lah, gimana pemain Arknight gitu.
Your birth was wanted. You are loved. And
Attack Enfield tuh kan bukan tactical RPG kan dia itu purely 3D kan, 3D action.
You've never told me those
Action
things before,
strategi
but
kan dia.
for some reason, I always knew. Thank you for
Itu
bringing
fast
me
pace
into
juga
this
itu.
world.
Aku cek yang gameplaynya tuh lebih kurang kayak gitu. Emang seru sih itu. Cuman laptop gua nggak ngangkat kan. Bahkan kayak game apa tuh yang game Duet Naik Abyss ya. Itu nggak kuat laptop gua men. Kombinasi gua nggak lah. Enggak lah, jauh. Tapi kalau grafik iya, tapi kalau untuk gameplay enggak sih. Dia enggak kayak gua sama Jejet. Dia bukan skill issue. Dia bukan skill base maksudnya. Kalau skill base itu ada dua, itu tuh gua sama Jejet. Ini loading. Loading.
Wait, isn't this Mondstadt? we're back in the real world. Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter?
Bentar. Bro. Cat Sheesh. Oke, lanjut. Mana patung yang kebalik itu? Apa kabar itu? Nggak tahu Kim. Kebalik
Yeah,
itu.
but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet?
Mungkin akan di-reveal nanti di Dorma. Oke.
Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends. That already sounds like a happy ending to Paimon. True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess all we can do is wait for more clues.
Huh.
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey, that's Alice's voice.
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies. Toodles!
Oh man, Paimon was so ready to knock this out in one go.
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come back. So it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break. Yeah, Paimon has a sudden craving for the good hunter's sticky honey roast. And we happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
Oh. Wait. What? Jadi 5 hari nggak bisa skip gitu. Oke. Oh my god. Pantes dia ngomong harus 5 hari katanya. Sekarang tinggal berapa hari? 5 hari. Sheesh. Tinggal beberapa hari ya. Plan time accordingly. Kenapa harus ada 5 time? Kenapa harus 5 hari? Next chapter. Lama kali boy. Oh udah sini. Harus nunggu lagi dong.
Aunt Alice said we can return to the story world at any time. If you feel like checking it out again, just come find me.
Alalala. Ternyata baru nge ya harus main terus ya itu. Aduh. Time limited ya. Sempet ya 5 hari nih. Kalau gitu gua nggak perlu lagi ngurus ini. Aku kayaknya quest ini aja lah. Kita nge-quest yang ada aja lah. Best experience. Mana tadi? Mana ya? buku mana ya? Si Sucrose juga. Sucrose. Halo Koleda. Sudah lama tidak melihat kamu. Mending tim.
Given
Game Explorer.
I should make a few adjustments to the
Ini itu orang yang baru main
and
aja.
ensure that the materials and equipment are all in order. As for the potion I need to make. Oh,
Mending tim.
Traveler, Paimon. What brings you here?
Ah, wait, what? Aku baru nge. Suaranya kok beda ya?
We're here to help with your task. We wanted to see if you could use some extra hands.
Alright. Ya benar ya.
My task. Oh, you mean the one Mr. Albedo told me about? The one from the Hexen Circle?
Boy, Sucrose, kenapa beda suaranya, coy?
Well, you're just in time. The experiment is ongoing. And I still have to work on it.
Kenapa beda suaranya?
So, you've been working on it all this time?
Yes, it aligns with other research topics I've been working on, so it hasn't been too much extra work.
Ya namanya udah.
Still,
Masa boykot doang
Good. Is there a
dikeluarin?
problem with the experiment?
I've
Nggak tahan
been
emang tadi.
unsuccessful so far.
Oh, so it keeps failing, huh?
It's not as simple as just failing. The whole theoretical framework behind this task is a bit more complicated than I imagined.
Oh, right. You still haven't told us what kind of
Nah, itu
experiment.
gua tahu itu. Ini emang dia banget itu. Tapi sebenarnya Feakinis itu
One meant to develop a
punya
potion
alasan
that
tersendiri.
transforms flowers into a variant 16 times
Gua
its
tahu itu
normal
alasan.
size.
Tapi voice Sucrose ini nggak tahu.
That is to say, the formulation of botanical augmentation reagent type 4, iteration 7. As you can probably guess, this is my 7th time running the experiment.
Wow. So, basically, we need to make growth serum. Or the 7th
Siapa yang join
version.
gue nih? Kaget aku.
Well, yeah, that's about right. This is my 7th attempt, but I didn't make many adjustments to the formula this time, because both the theoretical principles behind this experiment and the products of the process prove there's nothing wrong with it.
But you haven't succeeded yet, right?
Yes, I'm thinking that it's not my current formula that is wrong per se, but rather some other key element is missing.
Oh. Then Paimon knows just what to do. Yeah, we came here to do just that after all.
Here it is. That said, I'm still missing 2 ingredients.
Now that we can help with. What do we need to get?
I need spring water from Springvale to use as the base, as well as Eye of the Storm fragments.
Eye of the Storm
Last one
fragments.
could be tricky.
We've got this. Let's go.
Bentar, aku mau cek dulu voice-nya si
Let's
Sucrose.
tackle the Eye of the Storm first.
Anjing, kita ke ngelawan itu, Bu. Iya, Anonymous. Aduh, jadi males gua. Jadi males gua kayaknya nge-voice. Nge-voice apa namanya? Ngapakin Sucrose. Ada 3. Tunggu kelanjutan request minggu depan. Sama bang, saya juga. Waduh. Halo.
Leave it to me! Burst forth!
Ayah. Sini koy. Oh, deh. Aduh.
Come into being.
Alright, that's the first ingredient done.
Wow, you two work fast. That step usually takes me forever. We can get the spring water down there.
Kenapa harus kayak gitu suaranya? Oh man, kau menghancurkan kau menghancurkan citra raganya si Syukur, suaranya kayak gitu man.
The high quality of Springvale's waters makes for a stable potion-making ingredient.
That's all we needed, right?
Yes, let's head back.
Let's getting head back. Untuk orang yang berada di sana yang ngurusin voice, jangan kayak gini ya. Tolong
All right,
sesuaikan.
the ingredients are ready and the cauldron is just over there, so we should be good to go. But,
Is something wrong?
Jadi kayak mbak-mbak loh, daripada
it's just... Do
apa ya,
mind if we
remaja.
watch from the side? Just for the purposes of accurate recording, I mean. I know lots of people don't like being scrutinized during experiments, so... Thanks. Then, I'm ready to go whenever you are. I'll make sure to take detailed notes, too. So, are you ready to start the experiment?
Oh my god. Oke, sepertinya ini iriran ya. Saya tahu kok ini. Ayah. Na 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 na. Oh, ada stuck. Install during iya, nggak jadi gua. Balik lagi. Ide nggak ya? Wah, pas gini tuh banyak effort ya. Emang nggak bisa ya?
That's it. Your execution was perfect.
Really?
Yes, I don't see any flaws in the brewing at all. Let me extract some and test the product's composition. One moment. Yes, like I said, flawless execution. The potion is
Ini pas
perfect.
lagi teori
It's exactly what I was
sama kali
expecting.
rilis itu.
So? Was the 7th time the charm?
Upon examination, it seems identical to the previous 6 iterations.
Oh! Wouldn't that make the results identical?
Not necessarily. Experimental outcomes can differ even with similar variables all around. You never know what the result will be. That's what makes experiments valuable in the first place. Come, let's test this thing out. I planted some sweet flowers beforehand which we can use. We just need to douse them with the potion and see what happens.
Ih, Dragon Span. Ini kayaknya gua ngemain story dulu kayaknya.
Cool, cool, cool!
Oh, suara dia ini. Kaget aku. Jangan bilang lawan ini.
Alright, we poured the growth serum on the flowers. Is that all we need to do?
Yep. The flowers need to fully absorb the potion, so it might take some time before we see a reaction.
What happens then?
The flowers will grow in size while maintaining their original appearance. But then, when they reach 12 to 14 times their normal size, this will prove more than they can bear.
Oh my
As
god.
if some upper limit has been reached, they will wither and rot, assuming unnatural forms until nothing is left of them but liquid.
Ini jangan-jangan kita lawan Ready Spy.
What? So there's a problem with the growth serum then?
No, I've adjusted the formula time
Mari
and again.
tempatnya sini lagi.
All kinds of issues that arise when inducing small plants to grow larger. Issues like ensuring that the leaves don't get too large, strengthening root diameter and load-bearing capacity, calculating how the increase in surface area might affect sunlight exposure and nutrition.
So, why isn't it working then?
Because the flowers cannot transcend. As above, so below, is one of alchemy's guiding principles. Alchemy seeks mastery over matter, but this world has its limits. It's like a specification etched into the law that governs all things. Part of the purpose of doing multiple experiments is to determine if this specification is stable. Exactly. It proves that the limit continues to exist.
Okay, this is all a bit over Paimon's head, but basically, you needed the experiment to fail to prove that the limits and borders in this world are stable? Oh, what a weird experiment. Huh? Looks like one of the flowers is reacting. Wait a second. That's not a sweet flower at all.
Hai.
Careful! It's a whopper flower. It
Whopper
must have
flower,
absorbed
yeah.
some of the potion. Wait, but that's happened before, and it's never gotten this big either. Can this mean...
We can talk about this later. Let's get rid of it first.
Kalau albedo di sini mantep albedo.
Okay. New this moment of burst.
Perspektif whopper power.
Phew, we did it. Even at that size, a whopper flower is just a whopper flower.
Hmm...
But get that big?
I could only make a rough estimate during the battle, but it looked at least 16 times its original size, maybe even larger. This means that the experiment worked.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
I'm still not sure what the implications are. But if further attempts succeed in reproducing this result, that means that something's different. Perhaps the limits and laws of this world are changing due to some unknown factor. I can't say if that's good or bad, but from an alchemical perspective at least, expanded boundaries means that more possibilities are now open to us. Either way, this brings my task to an end.
Seems so.
That said, it could also be an effect of the person who made the potion. There could also have been something special about this particular whopper flower.
Ya. Sukros, lebih baik lu tanya kepada orangnya aja.
There's a lot that still
Kami tahu.
needs to be confirmed. So I suppose this task opens the way for further questions.
Well, we're here if you ever need some help. Just think about it! Paimon could probably beat a whole gang of treasure hoarders to a pulp if you were 16 times bigger.
I have my doubts. The only reason the serum worked on the whopper flower was because its internal structure was similar enough to a sweet flower. If you drank some, you might become 16 times bigger, but you might also turn into a plant-based life form.
Waduh.
Yeah, nope. That's not happening then. Oh, by the way, Paimon wanted to ask, why is all your research focused on things like sweet flowers and sunsettias?
Oh, that's simple. Both sunsettias and sweet flower nectar taste sweet. So in that sense, accidentally making a whopper flower 16 times bigger comes with a hidden benefit. Because whopper flower nectar...
Tastes exactly like sweet flowers?
That's right. Once I've extracted the sugar from the nectar, I'll give you some.
You get it!
Rasanya emang kayak gitu. Oke, aku mau cek sukrosnya. After sucrose create small wing. Lima 5,71428 beneran Pitagoras. After sucrose create large wings. Small wind spirit ini apa? Apa ya? Small wind spirit, large wind spirit, nearby Hexery party members. Ini wind spiritnya yang mana? Oh ini small wind spirit. Oh, signifikan deh.
My experiment will succeed.
What's the occasion? Farewell!
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter. Wings of darkness. Animal hypostasis emulation. Animal test 6308. Yeah. Absorption test. Animal test 6308.
Signifikan. Tidak ada perubahan. X-ray by the way. Ada visual, ada sokros.
Insubordination. Body, know my sword. Witness the power of Gua. Rain outlines your fate. Oz reveal.
Lagi mau maghrib, udah dulu kayaknya. Jogging. Gua nggak ada lagi cara lain. Gua kira sampai seharian dapat ya. Ternyata 5 hari itu sekitar 5 hari. Nggak bisa nih, gua mainnya off stream aja. Ya itu aja guys kayaknya. Aku off stream dulu. Thank you udah mampir. Jumpa streaming berikutnya ya. Ini nge-lag banget streaming. Coba gua bersihin lagi. Streaming berikutnya, bye bye, dadah. Mungkin gua bersihin lagi.